As an Associate Dean of the UGA Warnell School of Forestry and Natural Resources, he is known for his expertise and leadership in the field. But Ranger Nick's influence extends far beyond the campus of Georgia. He's also making a significant impact in middle schools, high schools, and among ag teachers across the state, with our Ranger Nick segments becoming an integral part of their lesson plans. Before the start of summer break, Nick wanted to give back and spotlight the amazing program that introduces young elementary students to the fascinating world of agriculture, showing them just how cool it can be to get involved in this vital industry.
Holding a juvenile Juro spider. Until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, like I always do, that enthusiasm is contagious. All right, so I think about agricultural education, and immediately in my mind, I go to welding, wood shop, all the wonderful career development skills that high schoolers and middle schoolers are learning in the classroom. I don't immediately think about first and second graders, but I'm going to tell you somebody who is leading the way in elementary agricultural education in Georgia, and that's Dr. Jason Peake. Hey, Doc, give you a wing.
Hey, thanks, Ranger Nick. Yeah, in 2018, we started formal elementary agricultural education in the state of Georgia. Now, Lauren Goebel with Farm Bureau has been doing ag in the classroom for years. That's been a well-established program. But now, since 2018, we have it formalized through the Department of Education. We have state standards. We have elementary agricultural education teachers dedicated to this in the schools. And of course, we're not looking at heavy machinery. It's not shop class. It's things like Stony here, an elementary ag ed chicken, where we can teach students, we can start to introduce them to production animals, but fortunately for Stony, we focus on egg production. Meat production just wouldn't be age appropriate at this level, so she's got a good life ahead of her.
Well, and think about this bird as an ambassador for these messages. Think about building citizenry in those students and leadership in those students and caring for animals in those students. That's what's so incredible. And you know, Georgia's leading the way in that. So you and your team are now have other states adopting this model, right?
We do, yeah. There's 5 additional states who followed suit after Georgia. Missouri, Texas, Arkansas, and Florida have programs up and running now modeling after Georgia, and we're partnered with them. And Mississippi is coming along with their program. So we're on our way with it. And when it comes to the citizenship and leadership, a lot of people think FFA because you hear school ag ed, you think FFA. But at the elementary level, there's already a great program in place in the state of Georgia. Georgia Extension has a 4-H program already designed for elementary school students, so we went straight with that.
That's great, and building on to that model. Well, what I want to do now is check out a first grader that I want to introduce to you and learn how that individual is being incorporated with agricultural education in the first grade classroom. So let's go over there now. All right, so I'm thinking ahead about the future, and I'm thinking about my succession plan. Who's going to take over for Ranger Nick when I retire? Well, let me introduce you to a guy that shares my last name and that I think has more passion and enthusiasm than me, and that's Miles Furman, my son. Hey, bud, so Miles is a student here at the primary school and in Miss Stanton's class, best teacher ever. And Miles, in Miss Stanton's class, we are standing in a garden just outside of the classroom that I understand you all are doing agricultural education in the class. And what are you doing involving this garden? What is here that you're studying?
So we planted some of this common milkweed right here, and then here and here we have some swamp milkweed.
Swamp milkweed, common milkweed, okay.
And then over here we have some lantana over here.
Okay. And those things, you're not just planting them for any reason, you're planting them for what?
To help monarchs.
Oh, monarch butterflies. So you want to get them to come here, and then what do you study them?
Yes, we raised some, we washed them, and we let them go, and it was fun. It was fun.
So you let these monarch butterflies go back out into the environment, you studied them, you watched them hatch. This is incredible, and you're pretty excited about science, right?
Yes.
All right, so let me introduce you to a few folks here. Jane, after Jane Goodall, famous for all the work being done with gorillas all over the world. Jessica Boone, PhD student in the Agricultural Leadership, Education, and Communication Department at UGA. And Jess, I got to talk to you. So if I'm a first grader, and here I am with Miss Jane here, cute little guinea pig, and we're sitting in front of this beautiful garden, if I'm a first grader and you're a former elementary school teacher as well,
yes, sir.
What would you do to incorporate Jane and what's growing here?
Great question. So I know when I was a kid, this definitely was not what my elementary school classroom looked like. When we have our friend Jane right here, and we have all these great leafy greens, such as broccoli and kale and just lettuce. But think about what does Jane like to eat? It's the leafy greens. So not only are we planting these greens and being able to grow them and working through that process with students, but also we're able to feed our class pet.
And just imagine the responsibility kinds of skills that students are learning by taking care of Jane and all the things that come with that, and being able to harvest things and watch them eat and all that. I mean, it's just incredible, you know, where we're going in Georgia with this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. So just think about the power of a student taking a seed and caring for that seed and then harvesting that product and making a delicious meal or a salad, and that pride that comes, and even the respect for farmers and agriculture in general of that tiring, long process.
Leading the way nationally. That's incredible. Definitely. Jess, thank you so much for today. Jane is starting to nibble on my finger, so I think that's time to wrap it up. Y'all, you know what to do. Hop online and check out more about elementary agricultural education here in Georgia. While you're online, check out the Ranger Nick Facebook page. We've been doing some Facebook Lives every Wednesday. You can check me out, learn about some birds. And until next time, for the Farm Monitor, as I always say, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you that enthusiasm is contagious. So pass it on. Y'all, thanks so much for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you right back here again next month. See ya. Holding a juvenile Juro spider. Until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, like I always do, that enthusiasm is contagious.